So, dear Dhamma friends, be comfortable with your posture and relax your body. And focus your mind to this bell sound. And so, while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing. Let everything to settle down as it is. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in this meditation session, we're going to practice tranquility meditation in the beginning as the foundation, and from there we develop vipassana meditation. So when it comes to tranquility meditation, in the beginning, with primary mental object, we calm down our mind, we relax our mind, we bring our thoughts to one pointness. And from there, once the mind become usable, once the mind make usable, from there we go to vipassana level. So in the vipassana level, following the same inhalation, exhalation, we observe the worldly nature inherent within inhalation, exhalation, at the same time within our feelings. And also, if you go deeper, you can observe it with all your 5 aggregates related to in the moment that you experience with the inhalation, exhalation. So anyhow, in the beginning, for tranquility meditation, we keep our inhalation and exhalation as primary mental object. So focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area, in this area, and let everything to settle down. And allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen naturally. So don't hold or don't count, and even don't think I inhale or I exhale. And don't interfere with that process, just allow itself to happen. So when it happens through the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation separately. And then follow the entire process and recognize entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. And while you observe that way, you may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, like that. And sometimes only right nostril inhale, sometimes left inhale. So without changing or without maintaining, without rejecting or resisting, just accept it and recognize and go with it. When the mind settles down, from there, using the same inhalation, exhalation, observe the. So now when it comes to vipassana, you don't go in details with the inhalation, exhalation. You're going to see the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation, impermanent. So always, whatever the feelings that you experience through the inhalation, exhalation, see how it change. And nothing is permanent that within your experience. So recognize it. An unsatisfactory nature. There is no moment to settle down and thinking this is it. And this is going to be like this. Another thing is nothing that exists with the inherent self. There's nothing related to the self. So everything happened according to necessary conditions in that very moment. So observe these three nature within the inhalation, exhalation, and again and again, experience it. So whatever come to your mind, and just see this nature. And even sometimes when you observe inhalation, exhalation deeply, you feel entire body. Inhale, exhale. But within the entire body also, see this nature. And even a smell come, even the sound arise. So see the nature, don't categorize, don't name it, don't divide anything. Just see the inherent nature related to impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness. So let's practice a little bit. And your right palm on your left, and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times and say yourself Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also, think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of inhalation, exhalation. So deeply inhale, exhale 3 times and find the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Then recognize inhalation, exhalation separately. Just allow it to happen itself. Do nothing extra. If your mind here go here and there, and keep focus yourself to inhalation, exhalation. If you see some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, just accept it. And drop all the details with the inhalation, exhalation. Just recognize the worldly nature, impermanent, unsatisfactory nature, and the selflessness. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire this compound, village, city, state, country, around this world and around this universe. Also as far as we can through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So dear Dhamma friends, as human beings, we always like to be connect. So the connection, community, communion, communication, this all we always like to experience. But when we look at the human history, this everything bring us the difficulties or the more conflict to the human existence. It contribute great unsatisfactory nature day by day, day by day. And when we look at the revolutions, how things happen with the economy, culture, traditions, nature, environment. But psychologically, we are becoming more close rather than becoming open. So whatever the revolutions happen in the world with these outside things, this psychological revolutions never going to happen in the human heart. It because of the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So it is your responsibility personally. And you have to make that revolution happen within yourself. Sudden change. So you have to look yourself. And we are waiting to change. We are waiting for certain situation to complete ourselves. We know this is not going to work. We know this is suffering. We know this is difficult. But knowingly that we are waiting for some kind of times and situations and environment to bring the necessary facilities to change ourselves. So it's never going to happen in your life. So then always remember, it always sudden change going to take you out from the suffering. Because you cannot get out of the suffering by planning and making some kind of mission yourself, and step by step you go and you set up everything, then it never going to happen. So then to take this sudden change, the very first thing that you have to very clearly recognize that what you experience and what is the very nature of your life. Because if you don't see it, you don't want to change it. And when you see that, if you're able to recognize this all with the worldly conditions, that understanding will help you to not look for something else in the future to settle down, but in this very moment yourself to change. That change doesn't mean this outside. No, just change by thoughts. That is the most difficult part. So the outside thing, let the outside to be like that. Even the changing mean not your physical change. It's not your cutting hair or growing hair. It's not kind of like you you becoming more lean or lose weight, or you getting six pack or you build up muscles. That is not that change. Mentally, how you can change mentally? And when you see something yourself, it doesn't work for you, it brings the great suffering to you, it leads you to unsatisfaction. When you see something make you stressful, difficult, in that very moment, can you change that thoughts that related to that situation or the condition and get out of it? Or keep clinging, thinking I going to do it later, I going to do it later. This is the very nature of us. So then, through the meditation, what we does, we develop our mental capacity and we make our mind usable. Make our mind usable mean it is kind of same like a tool that you use it when the way you want and the way you that want to bring the result. Because when you have the tranquility state of mind, naturally it becomes very easy to maintain. So maintain means you take conscious decisions. You don't go with habits. You always take conscious decisions, knowingly consequences and necessary conditions. And according to that, whatever the decision you take, and take you to the result that you want. So that result itself, you not look for the self-centered mind, and you, because in tranquility state, you recognize how that things as it is. So in that very moment, you don't look for yourself, because when you don't see things very clearly, that's why you look for yourself, because that is the only thing that you can see. So then you clinging to that. The same like when people go down the water, drawing to the water, they whatever they have available, they catch it. So only thing is you see only you, so you catch it. So you are always feeling, and these things, the emotions, you catch it. So, but when it comes to tranquility state, you start to settle down your mind, and then you see things. That seeing that things will able to not to catch and release that. Another thing is when you work and it become not self-centered, it become that according to necessary conditions, that whatever you have to do, you do it. That's why you come to the path of the wisdom. It is not because of you like it, it's not because of somebody like it or somebody need it. No, you do it because that is the right things to do. How you can recognize what is right? By thinking, you cannot think of what is right. So that's why you have to first calm down the mind and bring down the mind to tranquility state in that level. When you not disturb from your own past or the future, when you don't disturb from your thoughts, in that level, you can recognize what is right. But if you have the disturbed mind, you cannot recognize. It is not because by thinking intellectually, you cannot recognize what is right. Because then if you hold a view, if you hold it to ideas, if you hold it to experience, with that experience, how are you going to see something right? Because then You always reasoning that whatever the things related to your experience. So that's why to even recognize what is right, the very first thing, come to tranquility state. And it is not that much difficult. Only thing is how much we want. Look at the world. People go to moon. People try to go to Mars. Even you cannot see by this pure eye. And people go under to the bottom of the ocean. And but still, why we cannot just see that the ourselves, this our own nature? Because people go this all this conquering this outside world because they want it, they like it to do. So if you like to see yourself, then you can do that. So that's why just focus yourself and see what you like and you go for that. That's the very nature of life. So then if you start to look for self-realization, and then you practice this path little by little, you start to see what is happening. Because that is the main purpose, that is the main reason, that the important thing that you have to remember. End of this all, that how much you understand yourself going to be more important than anything else. So, but if you don't look for that, you're not going to see it. So tranquility state, get into tranquility state is not that much difficult if you keep practice a little bit. Only thing is, bring your maximum strength and effort, and every day just keep doing a little bit. Look at our human mind and how people behave, how people get into habits little by little. So you can develop this tranquility state. Once you have that tranquility state and clarity, remember that more than that what you get thinking and understanding, seeing and recognizing, you're going to get the real truth. But thinking and understanding, we reasoning the situations. That's what happened to the world also. Look at the world history. In the history, whatever that sometimes that decision they take thinking it is right, then later it become wrong. If they really saw the truth, it never going to be wrong any other time. But what happening mostly, rather than seeing the truth, we try to reasoning the situation, we condition the situations according to our thoughts. And because of that, what is happening, we separate from the thoughts. We separate from the truth. So that's why you need this psychological revolution. That means sudden change. Don't plan yourself deeper inside you and do it secretly. That when revolutions happen, even in conventionally, it's more silently happen inside the society. So same like that. Yourself, you have to do it very silently, deeply, and don't allow anyone to know. Why? Because mostly our mind conditioned by the ideas, thoughts, cultured by others, educated by others, schooled by others' ideas. They don't want if you suddenly change your ideas. They don't like it. It's not because of sake of your good. No, it because of that's what they feel comfortable. That's it. It's just more emotions, just because of the feelings. And the other thing is because of the fear of change. That is the most dangerous part. Ourselves deeper inside us, we have the fear for change. So practicing vipassana is practicing this meditation is a process. You come to a point, you develop the strength, courage, wisdom, and the capacity mentally yourself to take that sudden decision anywhere, anytime, regarding any thoughts pattern that you carry. You can do it. Once you able to develop that strength and you recognize what is the meaning of you are the master of your mind. Even though we have that capacity, when we look at the world, people never use that strength. People never use that capacity. They always go with this outside world. That's why we don't see that much change inside people. They're listening Dhamma, they practice meditation, they do a lot of religious activities, chanting, singing. So they do a lot of things. But what is not happening? Inner change. It doesn't happen. Everywhere are the same. When we look at the world, it is just not only in the religious part or the meditation, everywhere. The people themselves, they don't change. They change everything from outside world. So then try to practice yourself to make a sudden change without planning. So if you are able to develop that quality, that you will see, you strengthening little by little your mind. So it same like you practicing meditation, sitting and closing your eyes, and in day-to-day life, when you moment by moment strengthening, that also the part of cultivating the mind. That also a part of developing the mind. So that also necessary for you. Then look at your life and deeply and see what kind of things that make your life difficult, and deeper in your heart take a sudden decisions to change that. And that way you will see it will help you to transform your conventional life to little by little, step by step towards the liberation. So you can do it. You can do it. And only thing is just look little bit and little bit keep practice. Don't go too much. Don't go for kind of like to in the beginning too long. No, just keep practice little bit yourself, and little by little, when you develop when you make it more solid and comfortable, and that is where you slowly start to get into deeper level. But important thing in day-to-day activities, whatever you do, and start to make a sudden change. Even that whatever the things with the eating, drinking, your day-to-day activities, sleeping, so anything, start to develop sudden change. Take a decision, just change, and then you will experience something. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life during this time period. May everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata ammi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.